guys, Sling HD here today. So I got a request of a video to do pretty much explaining how I got my inventory to where it's at, meaning how I got my knife, my main, AK skins and things like that. What I did in order to get those without paying for each item specifically. Um, so it's not that simple to explain, to be honest. But what I will say is I started out investing, let's say, I think about $30. I invested about $30 into the game, and then from there, I started betting and trading a little bit, but mostly betting until I started to get some more valuable skins. So I think the first skin that I bought was this AK Vulcan. I think, yeah, it was not the specific AK Vulcan, but it was an AK Vulcan for about $30. That was my first skin. And I had a few other skins, not valued much like this. I had about a $40 inventory. So from there, what I did was I began to gamble, but I didn't gamble on jackpot or anything like that. I did um, CSGO Lounge. And what I would do is I would research the games immensely. I would go on Reddit and I would read, um, you know, uh, betting predictions. A lot of people do, they do analysis on the games, on the teams, and I mean real in depth that can really help you place a good bet. So I would go and I would research the teams. I'd find, a game, usually a best of three. I don't like best of ones. I would find like a best of three of, two teams that I knew a decent amount about, enough about to risk, betting on. And then I would do my research and I would usually look for games where I could bet on the underdog. With that said, though, I didn't bet on like insane underdogs. Like I wouldn't bet on a 90-10, 80-20. I'm talking like a 60-40, sometimes 70-30. And I would bet little on those games. So I would bet like, I don't know, I'd bet around $4 to $5, sometimes even less. And I think I won about my first three bets. And with that, I was up already $15 to $20. So I did that for a while, just gambling on CSGO Lounge. After that, I started to do coin flipping, which is what a lot of my videos have been recently. CS:GO Wild, and with CS:GO Wild, a lot of it is luck, but not all of it. I'm not going to speak too much. There's no, I don't have a secret formula or a secret system, but there's a few things I know about the website that give me an edge, a slight edge, and few people, if they want to know, maybe, I'll go in depth a little bit into that. But from there, after betting on CSGO Lounge, I started to do some coin flips and nothing more than $5 to $10. And if I would lose on my first flip, I would just stop betting. If I won on my first flip, I would just keep flipping till I lost, and then I would back out with a profit. And at the same time, I'm trading items, working on trade ups. Even if the trade up gives me 60 cents, I did it. And after 4 or 5 months of doing this, I ended up with a pretty nice inventory, around $300 to $400. I bought my first knife. I bought a what was it? I think it was a M9 Scorched, maybe like $100 knife, nothing special. A nice AWP and an AK and whatnot. The AK I still use. And from there, I could have just said, "Oh, I'm happy. I invested $30, and here I have $300." But I did something stupid, and I gambled, and it paid off. And I essentially doubled my money. And that's really how I got all my nice items. With that said, though, I did lose. I doubled my money to around 600, then I lost 300 of it. And then after that, I got really lucky again, and I was able to win my money back to the 600. And that brings us to around this time period where I have around a $700 inventory, somewhere in that 7 to 800, somewhere in that. And at this point, I have the knife I want, this Marble Fade, which I'm not going to gamble. I might trade it for something, I doubt it. My M4 is going to stay the same. I'm not going to gamble it. Might trade it. My AK will probably stay the same unless I get a stat track Vulcan, but I will not gamble it. And this op, I'm probably going to keep. It's not the most expensive one, but I'm going to keep it. Same with my USP here. So I have every skin I want for the loadout I want. So I won't be gambling those skins. But what I did was I got some gambling skins. And if I win with those, then I'll continue gambling. If I lose with those, then that'll be it. I'll probably just go do some case openings. And every once in a while, I might buy a $10, $15 skin to try and gamble. But yeah, so with that said, that's how I got the skins I have today. It's really not that complicated. It takes patience, it takes time, but it can be done. I know there's so many videos on YouTube of how to start from nothing and get a knife, and a lot of them are just a lot of them aren't false, but a lot of them, you know, don't tell you that there is a risk of not getting a knife if you're gambling, of course. If you're just doing trade ups, then yeah, you don't really risk losing anything, but trade ups can take forever. And with more people doing the whole trade up scheme, it's harder and harder to really find people to do the trade ups with, and it just takes too long. It's really not worth it in my opinion. What's worth it in my opinion is doing strategical research bets on CSGO Lounge until you have around $200, and then going on coin flip and betting, um, $10 to $20. From there, that's where the luck's going to come into play. So if you guys have any questions, comments, feel free to leave them below. Probably going to start doing a few more videos on technology. I've been doing a lot of CSGO lately. Not that there's a problem with that, but yeah. So let me know if you guys want to see anything, any more questions. I love taking video requests. I got no problem making them. So yeah, with that said, as always, guys, thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more.